Good morning. Hello, it's December 17th, and it's time for Jigsaw and Escape Advent Calendars. So, starting off with Meowie Catmas by 3 Cat Max. I was playing with the letters that we've gotten so far, and I think these are the letters. I don't know if there were some that I missed because they look like connectors. I have daily source off so far. I know that's probably not going to be the final message, but I like to play with letters sometimes. All right, let's see what we have for day 17. Here we go. Good morning, Dana Russell. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're having a good day today. All right. This board is slowly getting very full. Let's open the bag. It's going to be quite a chore figuring out where all these pieces go back when I put this back together after December. I've been saving all the little bags and tags in the Pinto jar that we made. So, okay, I think we finally hit the fire that goes in this fireplace here. And today's cat is wearing antlers and he looks like it's made of fire. Adorable. Okay, and I don't think I see any letters today. All right, I'll start off with the bottom of the fire, I think. And I think the cat goes right there. And there's actually a cat in the fire. Look at that. He's like a magical cat. What is this fire shape? Just 5 pieces. Okay. The cut of the pieces actually have little fire flame shapes on them. I don't know how you can see them. So just reflecting the theme of the mini puzzle in the bigger cut. I always appreciate design details like that. It shows the amount of care that has gone into creating this puzzle. When you do hundreds of puzzles a year, you start to appreciate nicer puzzles. It's kind of like me in escape rooms as well. I've done almost 600 escape rooms, and now I don't do them really for the time records or anything. It's just mostly I want to see what this designer has done and what makes it unique. Just want to see the whole story. I don't have any ego about taking hints. All right, where does this go? Oh, this is upside down. Okay, it's almost a little square shape. Building a fire around this kitty. And there we go. And this slides right in with almost no connectors. It's just a little cat in a fireplace on fire. Unless it's just surrounded by autumn leaves. But, well, I'll take it. All right, let's put this away. And then today is an odd day, so we can do one of our Gallison. Here we go. Day number 9. I have to do math. You add 1 to the date and divide it by 2. I wonder maybe I should just skip a day and then move to even days so that by the 24th, I'll have something to do on that day. All right, I'll think about it. But for now, let's get another board. Oops, I'm sorry. I treat the camera kind of like you, the audience. All right. Here we go. What we got today? A lot of green, probably a big Christmas tree. It's funny, you do a lot of a certain type of puzzle. It's like an old friend when you come back to it. Like it's familiar. You know the art style. You know the cut style. Good morning, Isabel. Thank you for joining us. I'm on the second puzzle of the day. There'll be 5 today. So here's a big yellow taxi cab. Maybe there's more than one. Maybe there's traffic. I think so. Let's see. How do I pull them all a lot? Here's an orange window. Let's move that over there. Oh, that's not just a window, that's a doorway. Up or down? Okay. I'm not sure which way is up sometimes. Let's leave it for now. Let's do the cabs. All right, they seem to be at different heights. So, okay, here's one. What's this blue line? Maybe that's not cab. Let me see. A blue door. All right, that's a building. I'm truly confused about which way is up on this one. Okay. So it definitely looks like there's multiple cars in here. And let's get the... All right. So the street level is a lot higher in today's picture. That's why I was confused. Okay, so let's move the building pieces up. Get those out of the way. In most of the other puzzles, the street level has been down at the bottom of the puzzle. But today is like halfway through the puzzle. So, let's see. Okay. Got the street mostly done. And a lot of green. Let's move those down below. So there's some glowing stuff over here. All right, I think the bottom seems to show a bit of green and some kind of fencing. Maybe we're inside a park looking out at the neighboring street. I have all these fanciful ideas of what is happening in pictures. Let's see. Get the edge out. The gray stuff is the street. And there's a giant Christmas tree here and a few more here. So, nope, that doesn't go there. Does this fit in here somewhere? I don't remember how tall this is. You think after doing these puzzles for like half a month, I'd know exactly how tall the puzzle is. Close enough. That's a lot of green. Okay, so there's a path. I think I was right about it being a park. And so now we've got a lot of green and other colors. All right, let's see. Let's work by shape. If we fill in the edges, a couple of years ago at Worlds, well, I guess last year, the pairs final was a super busy puzzle. There was a cartoon, cartoon illustration interpretation of a city skyline, I think Boston. And it was extremely colorful and detailed with tons of different textures, stylized. And it didn't occur to us that we should sort it by shape, because I've always sorted by shape for when puzzles end up being the same color, not many different colors. In fact, we were getting a piece and searching the puzzle box, like, where is this little bit with a little bit of red and pink? And it would have been so much faster if we went by color, because we were down to like gaps in the puzzle where we could just fill in by shape. So that was an interesting lesson. And in this case, in theory, I could also go by color, but I really should go by shape at this point. So like this one has a really bendy, there. That probably wasn't the right word to use. It's more like very angled. I think of those as shoulders and the knob as a head. It's like really steep shoulders. And this part does look like a slightly lighter green, but I think that's about the extent of it. So if I was making a regular video, this part will be where I start speeding up the video. Because nobody really wants to watch me flip pieces for that long. But I will try and speed this up the best I can. It is a lot of green. Christmas trees, you know? And there we go. It is more than half the puzzle is green. Let's see if I can lift it up, get a better look. So lots of Christmas trees. It's a bit of a park and some shops. Usually the street level is way down here and there's lots of building, but they changed the perspective on this one. So that's pretty cute. Well advanced. And putting them in this box. Hello, Judy. This puzzle, well, it's one of the, it's from the Gallison's Winter Lights 12 Days of Christmas Countdown calendar. This is day 9. Don't think I have any names for the puzzle. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's just there's no specific name for each puzzle, unfortunately. You just give a sheet that has all the pictures, and I haven't been using them because I like the surprise of, uncovering the image as I work. But now you have the name of the entire calendar, and it's linked down below in the description of this video. So I'll move this here. I had this idea yesterday that after December is done, I should download all the live streams and cut them so that you can watch one full video of each specific calendar. So like if you're interested in just the Gallisons, you could see all 12 days of that continuously in one video. You've been watching competition videos and you notice my team has transparent trays. Are they plexiglass? How are you liking them? We've used them for a few years now, and personally, I like them a lot. We have a film on them so that they're sort of translucent, so that not, oops, I'm going to have to reach for that later, so they can sort of see So you can still see through them, but they're not completely transparent. That way you can see if you're covering any part of the puzzle, if you're covering other pieces, because that's always a reason why people don't like putting trays on the table, because it takes up space, you can't see what's under them. That's why I use transparent ones. They're actually Lexan, not plexiglass. I think plexiglass is acrylic. It's a little bit more durable, a bit stiffer, but it's harder to find that. But I mean, any clear plastic should have essentially the same quality. So, and we've been still using them for a few years now, and I still like them. It hasn't caught on with other teams, so other teams must have different needs. But personally, I use them from when I'm competing by myself too. If I need trays, and I usually do. I'm a sorter. For these daily puzzles, I have not been sorting as much because they're small. But when I try to make clarity out of chaos, I really need to sort. Otherwise, I get overwhelmed. It's just me personally. My teammates know that, and you work around each person's limitations. Every puzzler is different, and I know when I see a whole bunch of puzzles with a bunch of like details, like especially busy puzzles, I start freezing up, and it's like I don't know where to start. I need to clear this a little, and so I sort, but not too much because that takes time. So there's a trade-off, and you sort of have to figure out what works best. It's a bit of an art. So I hope that answers your questions. If not, feel free to post a follow-up question in the chat. And all right, there seems to be some red background today, maybe a red sled or door. There's a lot of snow, and I think there's an animal in here. I can't tell what it is. Something white and furry, maybe? Well, this red is a barn door. Yeah. I keep wanting to join all these red pieces together, but maybe they're the background, so they don't all connect. I believe today should be a snowflake. Here's a bunch of points. All right, let's be organized, and I'll start from the snowy part, which is probably at the bottom. I think there's a sleigh ride going on. It's funny, we have all these Christmas carols that we sing, mostly depicting things that nobody does anymore, like jingle bells, ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Not many people do that. Maybe they do, but it's not in my part of the world. But then you always have pictures of people doing it. Okay, more snow. It's funny because I grew up somewhere tropical, and I definitely did not see snow or Christmas traditions the same, like that songs sing about. But we sang them all anyway. And when the stores were decorated for Christmas, they would decorate with snowy Christmas trees and fake snow, and it was all a bit odd now that I think about it, because we're trying to replicate these conditions and traditions that we don't personally do or know anything about. Thank you. The material is Lexan. Yes, it is Lexan. I think there's another name for it, but it's not coming to mind immediately. Yeah, there's another name. They call it plastic. I think it's a kind of plastic they use for like bulletproof shields and stuff. But acrylic would also work fine. I think acrylic and plexiglass might be the same thing. Lexan is, I think, a little harder to find, at least when I was trying to, source it. We got Lexan just because my partner, Yvonne, she works in film, and I think she says that's what they use. At least that's the best of my recollection. I have a terrible memory. Sometimes I forget stories and details, but I think that's what happened. My excuse for terrible memory is growing up is being a Gen Xer, And growing up in a time before we knew lead paint was dangerous. As a child, I used to pick lead paint off the wall on my house. Because it's peeling off, and it's very satisfying to try and peel it off in a large piece. So I bet I inhaled a lot of lead paint flakes. So that's my excuse. Nothing to do with me just, maybe just having a bad memory. All right, there's a lot of... I'm still just moving pieces around. I'm sorry, I'm off camera. Let's move this over a little. Okay, there. Making some proper progress now. I don't know which way is up with some of these sometimes. I'm pretty sure that's a sleigh. This has to be that way, and that has to be there, right? Unless this goes here. Because then that will go there. Okay, that makes more sense. And then this piece goes here. Where does this go? Here. Aha. Where did you grow up, if you don't mind me asking? I grew up in Singapore. It's, an independent country in Asia, not part of China, although I think that's now commonly known. Not so much when I was growing up. Singapore is now, huge tourist destination. But it was fairly modern compared to the rest of Asia at the time. And yeah, so I came to the US for college and then stayed here. I've got a lot of family all over the world, so it wasn't surprising that we, slowly moved all over the place. I didn't do a lot of jigsaws growing up in Singapore. My family had one 500-piece one that I did a lot. But besides that, the market for jigsaws was a little bit smaller. Okay, so this part I thought was fur, might be a scarf. But I still like puzzle stuff. Very puzzle. I'm quite a puzzle addict of all kinds. And now, at least the market in Asia for puzzles is definitely expanding. There's like great brands from Taiwanese companies, Japanese companies. I remember shopping in Japan, and there was so many amazing puzzle types and styles, because the way business works, every country has its own agreements, especially for licensed IPs. So the puzzles you can find in one country you cannot find in another country. Let's see. When I was there a couple of decades ago when I lived in Japan for a time. It's a very different place now. When I go back to visit, it's always surprising to really kind of hard to comprehend how much things have changed over the years. But yes, it's a cool place to visit if you get a chance. And okay, so there is a snowman in this picture, and all the red bits are his scarf and his hat, and there's presents all over the place. Oh, all right. This puzzle does not lend itself to the Mallory move. If you don't know what that is a technique created by Leslie Mallory and mentioned in the Jigsaw documentary Wicked Kittens, about how you can transport a built section of puzzle from one part of the table to another. If you pull it and stretch it a little, it exerts enough tension on the pieces so they can pick it up. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And there you have it. A little snowflake with a snowman and a red door. Where's my sheet to figure out who's today's artist? Let's see. It's called Snowy Delights by Tony Ryan. That's a pretty traditional Christmas scene. Let me lift it up a little so you can see it better. Okay, so that's that. Oh, I dropped the Pinto box just now when I was reaching over. Excuse me a second. Hopefully I don't cause anything to fall over. Here we go. Got it. Oh yes, today is the last day of our 6-day project. So we get to finish up this. And let's see, this was, I believe there was some pieces that go with this. 17. Find accessories C. So day 17 here, it says find accessories C, and this is the accessories door. So C is the frame mat set. I think it should, oh, here we go. It is the frame mat set. I accidentally opened it the other day. Are there any pieces that might be missing? No, it's good. All right, let's get out 17. And here we go. I'm excited to finally finish this project. Put that aside. Oh, that's off. And let's open day 6. All right, let's flip them all over first before we dive in. Listen to the clicky sound. This style of puzzle must be common in Asia because when I watch Chinese TV shows and I see the characters doing jigsaw puzzles, they seem to be made of this material too. I'm so curious. I've never been to China. When I'm there, I'm definitely going to go puzzle shopping. I don't know when I'm visiting though. Someday. I'm sure I will. I like to travel. Has anybody gone puzzle shopping in China? You can answer that question. That'll be very useful. All right, so I'm just going to go to colorful stuff here. Other than Pinto, do you have an Asian brand you like to do? Tenyo is a very good Japanese brand. Tenyo and Enski and Artbox. I think Artbox and Enski might be the same. They make these plastic puzzles. Do I have one? Stained glass puzzles. Oh, I have pieces of one that I meant to put together. Let's see. They're stained glass, so they're sort of translucent. You can see through them. And then I have the outside. I'll have to get them later. Oh, goodness. These fell in the dust bunny. I like them because when you put them together, you can put them in a frame or just tape them to a window. And it's basically stained glass and it's gorgeous. Again, plastic allows for really bright colors. So you get really pretty effects. Like cardboard, landscapes are usually, not always. It's so hard to generalize, but a lot of plastic colors somehow just seem brighter than cardboard colors in general. I'm planning on trying to do. I have an Instagram video from last February where I highlight the different Asian brands I know of. It might be hard to locate it now, but yeah, those are the brands that come to mind immediately. There's some more. I'm not remembering it offhand because it's 8 in the morning, and I guess I'm still in casual. I haven't had coffee. I don't really drink coffee, but yes, hopefully that answers your question. What brand is that? I'm working on Pinto. I'm talking about this one is Tenyo, I believe. Do I have a box? Okay, here's one example of one. Like this one is this one's Artbox. Yeah, this one's better. So this one's from my neighbor Totoro. They do a lot of Japanese cartoon brands. This one is, you can see the pieces are translucent, and when you finish it, it forms this, stained glass picture. So that's Artbox. It's to buy in America. It's usually an import. There's I believe a website, plazajapan.com. I think that sells them. It's a very large selection. You might be able to buy it on eBay. Sometimes there's a few of them on Amazon. I think they've been trying to import more of them into the US. So you might be able to look around and see if you can find any. Yeah. So this is Artbox by Ensky, but Tenyo also has a lot. They do a lot of Disney ones. I have some really big Disney ones that are in another room, so I can't show them to you right now. But they are really, really pretty. I'm sure I have them here. Okay. No, it's not easy to get to. So, but sometime, probably February, given my January schedule, I was planning to do publish a video about plastic puzzles, which will definitely include all the different brands. And so stay tuned for that. I already put aside the puzzles for that, in fact. That's why they're not here in this room. Just haven't had time to film it with everything else going on. So this one's almost finished. Also, they look like they're taking a ride in some kind of what do we call this? Looks like a train. It is a train. A Christmas train. And I'm still not entirely certain what device this is. Oh yeah, it's a digital camera. I had one of these before smartphones take pictures. Now smartphones have pretty much replaced the pocket digital camera. So this is kind of nostalgic. And there. Oops. So the whole thing sticks together really well. So that's what you can expect from a pin 2 puzzle here. And now we can do the frame. So the frame of a pin 2 puzzle, it's all pure white. So they don't bother making it, what do you call it, like unique cut. They're interchangeable. It's just there so that you can have the edge. So these pieces are put together. I just have to separate them. And then the corner pieces are actually fused together. It's just one piece of plastic. Just snap that on. And then add these around. It's a longer one. One edge here. You can tell the difference. Well, actually, I can't. Normally, you can tell the difference between the top and bottom because the bottom of these has a little indentation, a little bumpy. You can see it. But I guess the edge pieces also have that. The corner pieces do not, though. No, they only go in one way. So let's snap these on. It's like the reverse of popping bubble wrap. It still snaps, but instead of destroying something, you're putting something together. Okay, one last one. Oops, that goes that side. Oh, there we go. I accidentally flipped it over. Ugh. One more corner. Separate these out. Why don't you go in? last one here. And we're done. Look at that. Flip it over. All nicely snug. And I guess I can tape this up somewhere or frame it. It looks so cute. All right. That's the Pintu 6-day project. And I can put that aside now. And we can move to Wasgich. Wasgich is day 17, right? So we look like we are in a, this looks like a firehouse. No, is that a truck or fire truck or a trucker? Maybe this is a regular house with where a trucker lives. And I don't know where the present went. All right, let's open and see. Okay. And we have fluffy things, yellow wall, green Christmas tree, blue tinsel. Blue tinsel. All right, let's just put that part together since that seems fast. Okay, a little bit more. It's a garland. All right, this black edge looks like a window, maybe. Brown furniture, purple carpeting. All right, yellow wall. Humans, a fireplace. So much going on. This is kind of puzzle where I could definitely get overwhelmed if it's a 1,000 piece or even a 500 piece. But this is a 54 piece, so I can manage without sorting. I was not gonna be like, I can't see anything. There's too many things going on, and I think you already know. I think I get easily distracted. I have to, apply discipline and like, nope, stay focused on this thing I'm doing right now. And let's see. All right, so we have the bottom edge. Move the yellow stuff to where it's grouped. Oops, off camera again. There we go. And this, all right, let's work on the human colored pieces. It's blue, but there's also blue here. Oh, blue everywhere. Okay. Fluffy white stuff. That looks like a dog. Here we go. It's its tail. And it's its legs. And its face. He doesn't look happy. Oh, that breaks the pattern. All right, here's a book. I noticed that so far there's been a pattern of animals liking their surprise presents and humans not. All right, and that goes there. Somebody's reading a book on how to live a stress-free life. I could use that, but my stress is of my own making. I do too much. All right, this is I think that's the fireplace. I don't know which way is up. Does that fit? Nope. Ah, that fits. All right, so that goes there. No. All right. Goes there. Aha. No. And the top edge is done. And the bottom edge is done. And I cannot join the middle because I have all these pieces in between. Okay. Does that go in there? Yes, it does. Let's. Okay. So we have, let's finish this fireplace. Oh, not. Okay, fine. All right, we've got a people at the edge. They're both quietly reading. Wait a minute. I think I know what's happening here now. All right, so okay, that's odd. Christmas surprise. Why is there a hammer in here? Oh, okay. At first I thought maybe the puppy was the surprise, but I think he's just frightened as well. So for some strange reason, the Christmas surprise is the hammer. I don't know why. Does anybody have a theory? But these two people and the dog are here relaxing by the fireplace, and a boxed hammer falls down. I mean, it's not a great present, but is there a joke in there I'm missing? Okay, let's put that away until somebody has a theory on what the joke is. Put in the comments. But I think that will be done for jigsaws today, and we can move to escape puzzles. Let's see. Professor Charlie's World Tour. Yesterday we ended off in Tango, and we got this with the just barely outlines of people doing the tango. And here's our story. Nothing on the back. Right and left, nothing but cattle as far as I can see. I'm helping a friend on his ranch here in Argentina while continuing to work on my project. I am really close to my big breakthrough, but all these cattle are confusing me. Maybe you can help me. This is an algebra problem. So I can see these two cattle look exactly the same. This times this equals 16, which would mean this could represent 4. These two are not the same. This one has 2 horns and this one has 1 horn. And you add them together to get 13, which means this was 4 plus blank equals 13. This would be 9. Okay. And here's one where the horns point forward, these others point backwards. So this times this minus this equals 23. So 9 times unknown minus 4 equals 23, which should lead to this times this is 27. So it's 9 times 3. So 1 horn forward is 3, 1 horn back is 4, 2 horns back is 27. No, 9. I'm going to write this down. So 1 horn forward is 4. 2 horn forwards is 9. And 1 horn forward is 2 horns backwards is 9. So 1 horn forward is 3. There we go. 4, 9, and 3. So now the last one we have 2 horn forwards. We don't have that yet. Am I supposed to be able to discern a pattern from these? All right. 2 horns forward plus 2 horns backwards is 9 times 4 equals question mark. For me, the question is, does this follow BODMAS rules or do I just do left to right? And why do I not know what these two are? Because this one certainly didn't follow. Oh, this is only one cattle. This one actually has 2 sets of legs. Does it mean I just take 2 of these, which should be 6? All right, let's try left to right this way, which should be 6 plus 9 equals, no, I'm seeing something else. All right, you follow BODMAS rules. 4 times 9 is 36, plus 6 goes to 42, which is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. If you had to Google, that's what Google will tell you, because that's from the book Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is a sci-fi classic. Sci-fi? Comedy? Fantasy? Yeah, Douglas Adams. So we have 42. And the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. And a little, Google search bar. Oh, I missed the comment. Surprise looks like a parachute or something springing out of the box towards the fireplace. Look at the legs. Were you talking about the previous picture? Oh, look at the legs of the cows. Yes. So, sorry, I didn't look over the comments while I was working through this mentally. But you are absolutely right. This was just two of the cows with the forward horns. So, I usually don't look in the comments until I get stuck. And is this 18? It is. So, this one went reasonably correctly, the way we expected. There's always some ambiguity because I don't always trust the designers. So like, did you know this rule? Did you know this other fact? But it all worked out. And this will be for tomorrow. Let's move to the escape room advent calendar. Oh, my poor book. Yesterday we had to fold this like an accordion. I hate folding my books. Okay. Day 17, right? Yes. So we have, this looks like a map that's been ripped. And we have an alien looking at us. And that's all we have. This looks like awfully very little to go on. But this has a hole. Am I supposed to flip back to find another map that had a hole like that? I seem to vaguely recall something. Like here, no, that doesn't really match up, does it? What's it? Is there something I'm supposed to refer to in another day? Everything has been pretty self-contained so far. And that's why I like this book, because I like self-contained puzzles. Nope. That's just weird. All right, so we have this. I have been collecting all those other information, but like the previous days, they've been giving us, whenever you solve a puzzle, they'll give you a little clue that is to be used in the future. But none of them have looked, whenever they're used, they tell you. Like this one says, look, we need the answer from number 1, and answer from day 2, and answer from day 3. This one doesn't have any of that. It just has this alien and this map. What I'm wondering is this supposed to be Area 51, which is the area that is rumored to be like very alien heavy, studies ETs. All right, let's see. Area 51 map. Let's see if that matches up. Now Google's going, oh. This definitely is. If you see this picture here, that white shape totally looks like Area 51. Well, let's scan the code for today. And what is the designated location? Area 51, confirm? Right answer. That's all it is. You just have to know that Area 51 is associated with alien research. Okay. Fine. Let's move to our favorite. Not my favorite. Escape Advent Calendar. Exit the game. Yesterday's was fun. Every day has been fun so far. All right. Yesterday we followed a cat through a bunch of doors. Wait, was that a cat? I no longer remember what's happening. All right, day 17. Let's read the story. Dripping wet, you stand in front of the next door, curious as to what set you'll find behind it. One for an adventure film set in a hot desert would be pretty good right about now. At least then your clothes would dry quickly. But hang on, the door can't be opened at all. You can't even try as there isn't a door handle attached. It's almost as if the door was just painted onto the wall. How are you supposed to proceed now? You remember what the leading lady said. She spoke of a completely locked set. This has to be it. And according to her tips, there should be a key hidden in a jewelry box. Right? The jewelry box. While you're still pondering how best to open the door, you hear the loudspeaker crackle, and a slightly trembling, well-known voice rings out. Pretty clever. The key is hidden in the lid of the jewelry box, but it still won't open. You probably already noticed the little peephole in the lid, but you can't see enough through it. In the box, the box is highlighted, behind the right flap, you will find a screwdriver. That should get you inside the jewelry box. It will certainly work better if you then remove the red light and swap it for a stronger light. But don't tell Louise that I spoke to you. Then the loudspeaker crackles and the conversation ends. All right, let's look at door 17. Here it is, the jewelry box. All right, today's bizarre. All right, door 17 cannot be opened. There's no perforation on it. Instead, just open the small hole in the lid of the box. Oh, look at that. This just pops in. And remove the red light. So I did that. That was because I was trying to do the other day's puzzle and I got confused. You won't find anything behind it, but the screwdriver might help you. All right. The screwdriver. This says the toolbox in the toolbox behind the right flap. Do they mean the right flap of this whole thing? Do I have to take this apart? I mean, in previous years, we have taken this apart. So, right flap. Let's try. I'm very willing to take this whole set apart because they hide fun things in here. So, let's see. Do it on camera. I can't see it this way. I'll do it this way. Let's see. Maybe there's something, maybe there's nothing. I'll find out. It says, look behind the cardboard for the screwdriver. Oh my goodness. Oh god, I gotta like rip it. And it's a little picture of a screwdriver. It's not a real screwdriver. But it's also reflective on the other side. Suspicious. All right, my poor box. Let's fold this back so the whole thing doesn't fall apart. Okay, this goes back here. Wait a minute. There is a tiny little slot here. All right. Does this fit in? The screwdriver fit in? So it looks like I'm inserting the screwdriver in, but really it's inserting the mirror in here. This thing is hanging down and being in the way. I hope it doesn't block my view or something. All right, so we have, back to this. The screwdriver might help you. Swap it for a stronger light. So maybe the light from my phone, if I turn on a flashlight. Let's see, if I stick it in there, and then now I can use, oh, I can't put this on camera, sorry. Let's see how this works. This mirror to look inside here through the little hole. Oh gosh, what do I see? I see the stuff printed on this front side where the door, if I open the door, I could see it on the back of the door. It's printed there. So by inserting the reflective piece into the slot, I'm able to flip it up and look through the hole. And I see a yellow number printed there. Oh, it's a bit difficult because that piece is in the way. Right, let me look properly. I think it says 607. Maybe? It's a bit warped. Is it 1 or 7? 7 maybe? All right, let's try. Decoder table. 607. Flipped it over. Down left, right, and right gives us L plus circle, L plus circle. We did it. Oh, 18. Whoa. So we had to rip the box, use a flashlight, make unusual shaped holes. That was a cute one today. So again, super creative, this set. I feel like I should keep my screwdriver, my mirror screwdriver, as a souvenir of some kind. Get it? Some mirror. All right. But yes, that was, I think we're done for today. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and same time tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.